Good evening, I'm your anchor, and welcome to today's NoorNews Bulletin. Tonight, we track the seventh consecutive night of U.S. strikes in Iran and examine the escalating diplomatic tensions over wildfire smoke drifting into the United States. Let's head straight to the latest developments in the Middle East. United States military forces have launched a seventh consecutive night of strikes targeting Iranian-linked positions, marking a significant escalation in regional tensions. According to reports from Al Jazeera and NPR, the U.S. Central Command confirmed the operation, stating that the ongoing campaign is specifically designed to degrade the operational capabilities of Iran's armed forces and their regional proxies. The Pentagon maintains that these strikes are a necessary response to persistent threats against maritime security and international shipping lanes. Simultaneously, local authorities in Iran have reported a series of loud explosions occurring near the Strait of Hormuz, a critical maritime choke point for global energy supplies. While the U.S. military has not provided specific details regarding the exact targets hit in this latest wave, the frequency of these engagements suggests a sustained effort to neutralize defensive infrastructure and missile stockpiles. The situation remains fluid as international observers monitor the potential for further retaliatory measures. Both NPR and Al Jazeera note that while the U.S. describes these actions as defensive, the proximity of the strikes to the Strait of Hormuz has raised significant concerns regarding the stability of global oil markets and the risk of a broader, uncontrolled military confrontation in the Persian Gulf region. The White House has declined to condemn the Argentine national football team following a controversy involving a banner displayed during a recent match, an incident that has sparked significant diplomatic tension. According to the BBC, the administration's refusal to criticize the team's actions comes as Downing Street formally requests that FIFA launch a full investigation into the matter. The banner, which referenced the Falkland Islands, has reignited long-standing sensitivities regarding sovereignty over the territory, leading to sharp criticism from British officials who labelled the display as provocative. While the UK government maintains that the incident warrants disciplinary action from football's governing body, the White House has opted to remain neutral, stating that it does not intend to weigh in on the specific actions of the players or the political implications of the display. This stance from Washington is expected to further fuel the ongoing row between London and Buenos Aires, as both nations continue to trade diplomatic barbs over the incident. FIFA has yet to confirm whether it will open a formal inquiry into the display, leaving the international sporting community to navigate the fallout of a controversy that has once again brought historical territorial disputes to the forefront of global media coverage. The European Union is proposing a significant shift in its climate policy, aiming to slow the pace of mandatory carbon emission cuts for businesses. According to the BBC, the European Commission is drafting plans to relax the current emissions trading system, effectively granting companies more time to transition their operations and reduce their overall carbon output. This move marks a notable adjustment to the bloc's ambitious Fit for 55 legislative package, which previously set strict, accelerated timelines for industrial decarbonization. Officials suggest that the proposed changes are intended to alleviate the immediate financial pressure on European firms, which have been grappling with high energy costs and increased global competition. By extending the compliance deadlines, the EU hopes to maintain industrial competitiveness while still adhering to its long-term climate neutrality goals. However, the proposal has already sparked debate among environmental groups, who warn that delaying these reductions could undermine the continent's progress toward its 2030 targets. The draft measures are expected to undergo rigorous review by member states and the European Parliament in the coming months, as policymakers attempt to strike a balance between economic stability and the urgent necessity of addressing climate change through sustained, systemic industrial reform. A powerful 7.3 magnitude earthquake has struck off the coast of Mexico, triggering localized tsunami activity. According to the BBC, the seismic event occurred earlier today, prompting immediate monitoring by international geological agencies. The U.S. Tsunami Warning Center has confirmed that the underwater tremor generated measurable waves reaching 0.3 meters, or approximately 1.1 feet, in height. These waves were specifically recorded along the coastal regions of Puerto Madero and Chiapas. While the recorded wave height remains relatively low, authorities in the region are maintaining heightened vigilance as they assess the potential for further seismic aftershocks or secondary oceanic disturbances. Emergency response teams in the affected Mexican provinces are currently evaluating the coastline for any structural damage or risks to local populations. The U.S. Tsunami Warning Center continues to track the situation closely to determine if the threat level remains stable or if further alerts are required for neighboring coastal areas. Residents in the immediate vicinity have been advised to follow guidance from local civil protection agencies as the situation develops. We will continue to monitor reports from regional authorities and international observers regarding the impact of this earthquake and provide updates as verified information becomes available. Thick plumes of smoke originating from ongoing wildfires in Canada are currently blanketing major cities across the United States, raising significant concerns regarding air quality ahead of the upcoming World Cup final. According to reports from the BBC and The Guardian, shifting wind patterns have funneled dense particulate matter southward, resulting in hazy skies and hazardous air quality alerts for millions of residents in the Midwest and along the eastern seaboard. Meteorologists indicate that the atmospheric conditions are trapping the smoke at lower altitudes, leading to visibility issues and potential respiratory risks for vulnerable populations. With the World Cup final scheduled to take place in the coming days, organizers and local health officials are closely monitoring the situation to determine if the environmental conditions will necessitate adjustments to outdoor activities or fan events. While air quality indices continue to fluctuate based on wind direction and fire intensity, authorities are advising citizens to limit prolonged outdoor exposure until the smoke dissipates. Both the BBC and The Guardian confirmed that satellite imagery shows the smoke plume extending across a vast corridor, underscoring the regional scale of the environmental impact as fire crews in Canada continue their efforts to contain the blazes. Lionel Messi has spoken candidly about the immense pressure of the World Cup final, crediting his formative years in football for helping him maintain a sense of perspective. According to Al Jazeera, the Argentine captain reflected on the intensity surrounding the tournament, noting that the lessons he learned while growing up playing the sport have been instrumental in his ability to enjoy the game despite the high stakes. As he prepares to lead his team onto the pitch for the championship match, Messi emphasized that his lifelong passion for football remains his primary motivation. The veteran forward acknowledged the weight of national expectation but insisted that the joy of competition continues to drive his performance on the world stage. Throughout his storied career, Messi has frequently faced scrutiny regarding his international record, yet he maintains that his early experiences in Rosario instilled a resilience that allows him to navigate the pressures of elite-level play. His comments come as fans across the globe anticipate a historic conclusion to the tournament, with Messi aiming to secure the one major trophy that has eluded him thus far. The Argentine star's focus remains firmly on the upcoming challenge, balancing the gravity of the occasion with his enduring love for the sport. Former President Donald Trump has threatened to impose new tariffs on Canada, citing concerns over wildfire smoke drifting across the border and polluting air quality in American cities. Mr. Trump characterized the smoke as filthy air, suggesting that economic pressure could be used to address the issue. In response, Canadian leader Mark Carney emphasized that both the United States and Canada share an equal responsibility to combat the underlying drivers of these environmental challenges. According to reports from the BBC, Al Jazeera, and The Guardian, climate experts maintain that the increasing frequency and intensity of wildfire seasons are directly linked to worsening climate change conditions. These experts note that the smoke plumes, which have periodically blanketed major metropolitan areas in the United States, are a symptom of broader ecological shifts affecting North America. While the former president's proposal focuses on trade-based leverage, the Canadian government continues to advocate for a collaborative approach to climate policy, arguing that bilateral cooperation is essential to mitigating the risks posed by extreme weather events. The proposed tariffs remain a point of contention as both nations navigate the intersection of trade policy and environmental management in the face of increasingly volatile wildfire seasons. Thank you for joining us for this verified update on today's top global headlines. We remain committed to accuracy in every report. NoorNews, verified before published.